Alright, so welcome back to the channel. Been a while since I've done a video. Lots happened to the car since I last did a video. So I'm just going to walk through a few of those things. Another thing too, I've ran quite a few races since, mostly 7.0. But I'm going to show you just the different things, the upgrades I've done to the car. Try to make it a little bit more competitive. And I'll probably end up showing you last night's race or this weekend's race, and then probably do all the other stuff, all the other races, maybe in one video combined. So we'll get to that. Alright, so first thing, probably the most visually appealing, is I got new valve covers. Bought those from Summit. Bought these fittings, and then bought this fill cap. And fill caps from Philadelphia Racing Products for performance. And then the fittings I bought at our local speed shop. Took it to a local welder and had him weld everything on there, drill and weld, and then I just ran the hoses to the headers for the crankcase CVAT. So did that. Let's see, going in here, finally, after all these months talking about putting a box in the car, I finally did it. Wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I just pretty much wired everything. Bought this connector from eBay, pretty cheap. It's an 8-pin, got 8 wires. And then I've got the bump up and the bump down button on the steering wheel. Bought this bracket for it. Wired everything in there. Really like this delay box. It's probably about top of the line. Got the index setting. You got the no, I'm messing with it now. Got the pro tree setting, the full tree setting. That's where it's different. Yeah, there you go. That's your bracket setting. And then that's the delay, you know, for full tree, pro tree. I was on a 500 tree last night, so normally I've got it at 15, or that's what I'm going to start running it at. That's all over on the delay side. When you go to the configuration mode in the middle, this right here is your 1-hit standard mode. You can go to 2 hits. Thought you could go to 2 hits. Still not 100% familiar with this, but standard mode is if you want to release the button to start the delay cycle. Force is if you want to hit the button to activate the trans brake and then hit it again to start the delay cycle. So far I've been on the standard. I don't remember what that setting is. This one right here, this is your bump up and bump down setting right here. So I got like 10th thou in it. That's your trans brake lockout timer, 60 seconds after you start the delay cycle, and it releases the trans brake 60 seconds before you can hit it again, unless you hit the reset. Then it'll allow you to use trans brake again. Up here, that's where I've got the shifter time set at 2.75. That's another shift timers. You know, that's if you're like on a 3-speed transmission. And then that, since this is just a 1-timer box, that's just blank. But if we had like 2 or 3 timers, that would be in use. So got that. Let's see, there we go. So I'll be on a 400 tree this weekend. So pretty much all I gotta do if I ever want to take the box out, unplug this and then just slide this release pin out, and box is out of the car in 10 seconds or less with no tools, so that's pretty good. I'll go under the car and show you what I did. Alright, so another thing that I've done, I rerouted the exhaust, or actually just the buffer. It used to point straight down. We're kind of actually at an inward angle, and then I cut the spouts off and then it pointed straight back, but then it began to kind of eat away at this ladder bar cross member and the floor a little bit. So then I re-welded it back on, pointed it at this angle. Stirs a lot less dust than it used to, and doesn't eat away at the paint underneath the car. So the next thing I've done to it here recently, put it on scales. I got some scales from a buddy of mine, and you can see the right rear spring is a little bit tighter than the left rear. I was trying to get my corner weights where I wanted it to be, so had to do that. And then so I went like 7 rounds with the right rear spring, and then over on the right rear ladder bar at the flat, I went 2 rounds clockwise. Yeah, two rounds clockwise on it, and that really got the corner weights where I wanted it. Another new thing, tires. I got a new set of tires. Ones I had on it previous were bouncing and out of ground, and I tried everything to get rid of that, and then that I finally came to the conclusion that those were just, you know, bad tires. So Hoosier worked out a deal with me, and I mean, they really worked out a deal with me. I really gotta thank them a lot for doing that. But got another set of 31.5 12.5W DO5 compound, and these things, they ended up being a 1/16 of an inch in difference and rollout. You know, brand new, and I've never had a set of tires on this car that have worked as well as these do. So really glad we got that fixed, and they've worked out really well, so pretty happy about that. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for the walk around portion of the video. Now I'm going to show you the passes that I got from Brainerd Motorsports Park last night in 7.0 Index. First time I've ever been there. Pretty cool little track. I'll definitely try to go back to it. First round shakedown that we had, went a 7.04, came back, made an adjustment. First round qualifying went 6.97, I believe. Second round, track kind of went away. It was the heat of the day, and I could have been out of the groove just a tad, but it definitely was really hot. I think track temp was like 132, 137 degrees. And I dropped tire pressure, but not enough, so we spun right when I let go of the button. I got out of it and it recovered, but it still wasn't enough. 60 foot and everything was just terrible. Ended up qualifying number 10 out of 14 with a 723 or 726. Went into the first round. I can't remember who we got. We got a black Nova or a silver Nova. Anyway, I had quite an advantage on the tree, and ended up going 706 to his 708. I had him by about half a car, I think, somewhere around there, 3/4 of a car. Second round, I got a little Chevy 2. He turned it red just a tad. If he would have had a little bit more in the box, he was going to be tough to beat. So I had a decent light. I think I had a 19 light, and then I went I think it was 696, I believe. So that put us into the semis. There were 4 of us left. I got number 1 qualifier. I had a 16 with a 9 reaction time. He had an 18 with a 9 reaction time. I blipped it once, just a tad, about, I don't know, 400 or so down the track, and then I dumped it right at the finish line. I went dead on with a 5, he went dead on with the 0, and he won by 3,000. So that ended our night. But like I said, pretty fun track. Never been there. I'll definitely try to go back there. They have another index race this summer. The goal for, I guess, the next couple weeks, hit some 7.0 index races. We're going to have about 3 or 4 within about an hour and a half from us. So we're going to try to hit those, and hopefully park it in the winner's circle and bring home some money. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.